This story contains themes of trauma and abuse that may be distressing to some readers. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Emily who lived in a small town with her parents and two younger siblings. Emily was a bright and curious child who loved exploring the world around her. However, her life took a tragic turn when she was just 6 years old. Emily's father had always been a heavy drinker, but his behavior became increasingly erratic and abusive over time. One night, he came home drunk and attacked Emily's mother in a fit of rage. Emily and her siblings were in the next room and heard the commotion, but they were too scared to intervene. From that day on, Emily's life was filled with fear and uncertainty. Her father's violent outbursts became a regular occurrence, and Emily and her siblings did their best to stay out of his way. They were all too young to understand what was happening, but they knew that something was very wrong. As Emily grew older, she tried to put on a brave face and carry on with her life. She threw herself into her studies and extracurricular activities, hoping to distract herself from the pain and chaos at home. But no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't escape the shadow of her father's abuse. One day, when Emily was in high school, her father's behavior took a particularly dark turn. He came home drunk and attacked her in her bedroom, leaving her bruised and traumatized. Emily was too scared to tell anyone what had happened, fearing that her father would hurt her or her family if she did. For years, Emily carried the weight of her trauma in silence. She struggled with anxiety, depression, and a deep sense of shame and isolation. She couldn't bring herself to trust anyone, believing that they would reject her if they knew the truth about her life. It wasn't until she went to college that Emily finally found the courage to confront her past. She started seeing a therapist who helped her work through her trauma and develop coping strategies. She also connected with other survivors of abuse, finding solace and support in their shared experiences. Through it all, Emily never forgot the pain of her past. But with time and healing, she was able to find a sense of peace and strength that she never thought possible. She learned that she was not defined by the trauma she had endured, but by the resilience and compassion she had cultivated in its wake. In the end, Emily's story is one of courage, perseverance, and hope. Though she endured unimaginable pain, she never gave up on herself or the possibility of a better life. And in doing so, she became a shining example of the power of the human spirit to overcome even the darkest of circumstances.